Hey, what's up everybody? I haven't made a video like this in a really long time, so figured I'd make one. These are just like tips and tricks about a bait out I really like to use. So today I'll make a short video about the Yamamoto IKA. Alright, what's up you guys? Here's a fresh pack of them. These are Yamamoto IKAs. IKAs, however you want to pronounce them. They're a great bait. These are like, I could say these are my best producing bait. Both size and numbers. The only other bait that catches, well for me, that catches a lot of fish is a drop shot. In tough conditions, is a drop shot. But I rarely get a good quality sized fish on a drop shot rig. And these IKAs just catch bigger average fish. Maybe not as much numbers, still you catch plenty of fish on these, but you get a better average size fish, and that's why I like using them. So I'm going to teach you guys some tricks today on how to rig these, how to fish these, all that fun stuff. A lot of people don't know how to rig these, so here we go. I'm just going to show you guys what I do with them. Okay. So these are made by Yamamoto. Yeah. There you go. This is the watermelon black flake. And I'll teach you guys. I'll show you guys what I'm about to do in a second. So, all right. All IKAs, they have this line going down through the middle of the bait. Let me try and find it real quick. All right, it's right there. It's a really faint line that you can barely see it, pretty much. But if you pay, if you look closely, you'll see it. You can't see it on the video. But what you want to do, when you first start off here, is cut a little slot near the back half, or the back 1/3 of the bait. So the back meaning down here, the side that doesn't have the skirt on it. So you want to make a little slot along that line. So you want to just cut in there, like that. Get a little deep in there. Make sure you don't come out the other side. You gotta be careful, or else it just wouldn't work. So here you go. That's good enough. Just so you can kind of feel your knife on the other side, but definitely don't want to poke through. So there we go. Now we got a little slot coming down the bait. Okay. So the way I rig these is, oh here you go. All right, the hook I use. This is a Yamamoto G-Lock worm hook. I really like this hook. It's a thick, heavy wire hook. I get really good hookup ratio with these hooks. I like these hooks a lot. Nice and sharp. They do what a hook is supposed to do. Anyway. So, how are you supposed to rig an IKA? So, pretty much an IKA looks like a tube, right? But it's completely solid through the middle, and that's why we cut this little slot. I'll show you guys in a second. Hold on. Alright. So, now that line that goes down here, that we cut through down here, there's a line that goes right here, flips around, goes up the other side. You're pretty much, the reason we cut along that line is you want to use that line as something to look at. So you hook this hook so that you rig it straight. You want it completely straight. It'll cast better farther if you hook it completely straight. So this is pretty much like a regular Texas rig, just backwards. So here we go. I'm gonna push the hook in, come out through that line, pull it through like that. There you go. So it's like that now. Then you get it and you pop it through that, just like that. There you go. So just like that, that's how you fish it. So that's Yamamoto IKA. Other things I do with this bait, like this one. This one used to be the same exact color. and I'll show you guys what I did in a second. Pretty much you get a red Sharpie. You get a red Sharpie, and you want to color the bait. So I should have colored it before I made the thing. You pretty much just, what I do is I color the skirts. I'll show you on what that has this color. And it gives it a really, I like the color. This is the color I fish. It bleeds in with the plastic real nicely. You guys might not be able to see that too well on camera, but it gives it a nice dark red, and later it'll fade into a lighter red, kind of orange. It looks real nice. You also want to put a little bit on the body. It gives it a nice, it bleeds in with the body too, and it gives it a real cool, it looks more natural pretty much. It looks like a real crawdad. So that's what you're trying to imitate. There you go. That's tiger. The bad thing about IKAs, of course, they're Gary Yamamoto baits, so they are pretty pricey, and well, they tear really easily. And I mean, you'll be lucky if you get 2 or 3 fish on one IKA. One IKA. You'll be lucky if you get 2 or 3. So anyway, there you go. That's how you do it. How I fish this bait, pretty much, is a really good bait. This thing excels on fishing real like snaggy areas where anything with a weight would get like rocks, but real like bad rock. Like you throw a drop shot, it'll get snagged. Anything with a weight will get snagged, pretty much. It has a really good sink rate because it's loaded with salt. It doesn't sink too fast, doesn't sink too slow. I like it just how it is. You can't really fish it in wind though. It doesn't really work too well in wind. Your bait will start drifting to the side. Then you can add like a nail weight to the ass. Another reason I really like this bait is you can cast it a mile. This is one of the best casting baits that I fish. You can cast this thing no weight at all. You can cast this thing a friggin' mile. It goes, if you rig it straight. If you rig it straight, this thing's just like a bullet. It just flies through the air, and you get a really nice long cast. How I fish them? I fish them on 12-pound. You can go up to 14, 15, 17-pound line. 10-pound. I wouldn't go under 10-pound line with IKAs. So I just cast them out, let it hit bottom, pop it a couple times. This thing will just like pop up like that. It'll look like a real crawdad, and it'll just slowly fall back down, and it'll and you just let it sit for a little, and then drag it, pop it a couple times, let it sit, drag it a little. It's a boring bait to fish, but it produces really good. So yeah, that's how I rig it. That's how I fish it. Try it out. You definitely want to cut the slit in here because it is a really thick plastic, and you won't miss as many fish if you cut that slot right there. The hook will just go through the plastic better. You'll have a much better hookup ratio. So anyway, that's the Gary Yamamoto IKA. This is the 4-inch. That's it. Has a killer bait. You guys should really try it out. Fish it exactly like I always told you. You'll catch a lot of fish. Biggest I got this year on was, so far, has been a 5-pounder. But I've caught a lot of 3s and stuff on it so far. So anyway, good luck, you guys. Go get them, rip them, shred them, kill them all. No, throw them back. Later, everyone.